Mr. Ash Mufareh, the designer of Onpassive, has broken the code. That code has been used by 2% of users on the internet who are successful. Now he has given to the world what only 2% of the people could do: become successful. For years, gurus have been making massive profits to get people to follow them, to show them how they could make money on the internet. They are the masters of the upsell. They get you in that looks promising when you sign up, but then, in order to become successful, they'll tell you that you need to buy this diamond package. So if someone starts at $100 a month, they say if you want to be very successful, then buy this package for X amount of dollars, which is more than you would have originally. That is classic bait and switch. They also get you on auto ship for products that you might not like, but they say it is what you need to be successful. That is like a dog chasing its tail. What happens with this is that the only people who are making the money are the gurus. Where does that leave the average user of the internet who wants to make money? They're in the 98% who fail online. They are left high and dry and broke. Broken hopes and dreams about making money online had become a sad reality. What Mr. Mufareh and Onpassive and his technical staff have done is an incredible thing. For once in our lifetimes, we have someone who is business-oriented but has not forgotten the masses of people who have lost untold fortunes trying to make money on the internet. Gurus make up the 2% that have that code, that they don't share with anyone, but close members of their families and friends. So what can a person who doesn't know that code accomplish? Absolutely nothing. Mr. Mufareh and his staff have broken the code by designing Onpassive as a vehicle of change. For the first time, a done-for-you business takes all of the concerns out of the things that normally would cause you to run into roadblocks. Those roadblocks are no longer there because Mr. Mufareh has broken the code of silence. Newbies, people with families, looking to make money, Onpassive is your gold mine. Onpassive will work the business for you. Never again will you have to waste your money and time by getting into a company and being asked to contribute month after month, and not seeing any results. Onpassive is taking that away, and you will say, I can make it successfully. What Mr. Mufareh and his staff are doing is completely revolutionary, completely disrupted, and completely ethical. Never would you have to worry about looking at the small print that gurus make to keep themselves legitimate, but not ethical. Onpassive has taken all of those concerns away for internet users who are using digital products. That is truly astounding. Very shortly, before the end of August 2022, Onpassive will start to roll out disruptive, digital products, produced by artificial intelligence from the ground up, over market value products, that will have the gurus in tears. Because for the first time, Onpassive will create a level playing field on the internet with the introduction of 9 products in August and 3 more in September 2022. Sit back and get excited by what Onpassive will soon release for the benefit of not only those who are looking to improve their lot in life and their family's lot, but also humanity. What drives Mr. Mufareh and his family and his staff is helping humanity by giving them things that they can't have in the real world. They'll have that with Onpassive.
Hello. How are you doing today? Happy MLM Monday. I hope everybody has had a lovely weekend. Hello, Joe. I am glad to see you here. I hope that you are doing well and that you're having a good day at work. If you're at work right now, which you probably are. Hello, Stricardo. I'm glad to see you as well. I think of Ash as more of an ogre than a guru. I agree. mainly because I don't feel like he has anything that people are looking to him for that they want. Even in terms of this business, I don't really feel like even the leaders in it are like, oh, I wish I was Ash Mufareh. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the gurus, a lot of people want to look up to them and be like them. I don't really see that as much here. That's good news. We don't want that. The gold package, which does not really exist. Not much exists here at all, actually. That is half the issue with this company, is that nothing freaking exists other than a bunch of lies. This jerk off that you see memed with me here, Mr. Ash Mufareh, leading people on. And I think that's our biggest issue here, is that this man he's a blowhorn. He sits there, he promises people things and never delivers them. It's been since 2018 that this guy's been sitting here talking about these 50 products that are going to launch. And the funny thing is that this company, it's supposed to be an artificial intelligence and machine learning tech company, if you will, that runs your business for you. So it is also kind of preying on people that are in MLMs already. And although I am anti-MLM, I am also anti-coaches of MLMs or anti-companies like this that say we have this amazing technology system and it's going to run your business for you. That's the whole point of this Onpassive thing. It began with Ash kind of preying on people in other MLMs, like more so than anyone else, because of the fact that you were supposed to have a business upon joining. And then it slowly shifted into Onpassive is your business. But that was always very strange because we could never really figure out, did he want you to come in with a previously owned and run business by you? Like, let's say if I was working at Unique, could I then go join Onpassive as a Unique Hun and then use Onpassive to get me traffic like for Unique? And it did sound like that's what he wanted to do at the beginning. But then over the years, it appears that he just wants to steal those MLM Huns from their companies and have them selling his Onpassive products for them. He's even gone as far as to get mad at people when they're in the Facebook groups and they share an opportunity other than Onpassive, which is kind of what started to confuse us about that. Because I think when Alonda and I first started covering this, we were under the impression that this was an IT company to run other businesses. And then if you didn't have another business, congratulations, you are now a part of Onpassive. And that's not the case. He wants you to come and then use his Academy to teach people skills. You can apparently teach anything on it. I heard that Susie was going to teach us all how to hula hoop. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And then he wants you to use his products instead of other products. And he talks about his business idea of this tech company running businesses for other people like nothing else in the world exists like this. I promise you, if you go and type into Google right now, and you're like, I'm looking for something to help me run my business, you will have a bazillion. Yes, that's a real selfie of me. That's me. That's what I look like right now. Woohoo. You will literally have so many people out here. Wait, now I totally lost what I was saying. But yeah, so basically he wants you to come run this business with him. You're supposed to be in it. You're supposed to be using these products to run a business, but then your only business appears to be Onpassive. And then he had shut down. Now I remember where I was going with this. Then he had shut down the founders positions, right? And that just happened a little bit recent. That was over this summer. He decided, let's just shut them all down. So then we were all kind of laughing at the fact that now they really did not have anything to offer. The only thing that these people ever had to offer anyone was that they were going to join this thing and then pay $97 to be an O founder, which was then supposed to give you like a one up here. So you would get the first group of traffic. I hate these businesses because anywhere that tells you they're going to bring you traffic, I automatically go, they're going to bring you bots. You can't buy real people. That is called human trafficking. Like, I promise you. So, like, that whole thing always kind of creeps me out. Whenever I see a company talking about getting traffic to your site, I always get red flags from that. I don't trust any of them. I especially don't trust the ones that are talking to the MLM hunts, like he kind of opened up this company and was doing originally. And I really don't trust this one. This is the one that I do not trust at all because they don't have anything. They don't have a thing. You pay $97, you hang out, and you wait. Then they shut that down. And we were like, well, you just shot yourself in the foot because now you actually are not doing anything. At least before, you could sell these positions, right? So if you join this company for $97, you were not just sitting around waiting per se. I mean, technically, yeah, you still were, but at least you had something to do. You could be like going to your friends and family, as MLM Huns do and Brobots do, and trying to get them to join on to this thing for $97. So then when he took that away, we were like, well, now you literally have nothing to do here. Like, that was it. There's no products to use. He hasn't actually made any. As you saw at the beginning of this, he has promised to start releasing these products by the end of this month. So far, I cannot find one that has been released. Time's a ticking. All right. We are halfway through the month as of today, which is kind of why I was like, this will be a perfect day to do an update on this, because we are halfway through this month and there is nothing new other than apparently they must have been listening to Alonda and myself and anyone else who has been covering this when we've been kind of making fun of them for shooting themselves in the foot, because I have now heard that the O founders positions are reopened, but only kind of. Only kind of. You see, Ash had everyone buy 100 of them. It was like, buy as many positions as you can. Now, that made me very worried because, as I brought up, the bots, right? And buying traffic, you can't buy people and force them to come to your site. So usually when people are buying traffic, you should know you're buying bots. That does nothing for you or your business. I hate those people that come in my DMs on Instagram and Facebook and they're like, I see you have a YouTube channel. Do you want to have better numbers? You should buy this package. And I'm like, no, like what's that going to do? What? My subs go up and then nobody's watching videos? How does that help? Because it's the engagement that you actually want. And they cannot sell you engagement. They can't. Like I said, they cannot buy people and then human traffic them and force them to engage with your content. So you are never actually buying like real engagement. You're never buying real traffic. And so to me, you're setting yourself up to fail. They're setting you up to fail. And our point with these MLM companies is that they set you up to fail. So when he starts talking about doing that and buying several different accounts, right? You know right away that this thing is a bot scammy thing. Because what was everyone supposed to do with 100 O founder positions? And how are we supposed to, like, if I was an O founder and I bought like 10 of them, I would then be running 10 different Onpassive businesses, right? Because those O founder positions, they're not just like a one up in the company to get more. No, that's now your business. You're an MLM hunt, basically. So now you run an Onpassive business times 10. Well, then they put up the CAPTCHA where you have to prove yourself, okay? Or whatever it's called. Sorry, I probably got that wrong right now because I'm only on my second coffee at noon. But now it became a thing where you had to then prove who you were for your account. And then you weren't allowed to have multiple accounts. This man literally told all of them to buy multiple accounts and then dropped on them that they would not actually be able to be using these multiple accounts. So that was a little bit like, that's weird. So now what's happening is all these people have multiple accounts. So like I said, he very heavily promoted people buy more than one. There are not many people in Onpassive that only bought one. Those that only bought one were the people that they're preying on who didn't even have the money to buy that one. Anyone else in this company, unfortunately, has at least 2 different Onpassive founder positions, right? But now you have to prove who you are and you can't have duplicate. So then people wanted to sell them. And Ash went back and forth on whether or not you could. And I think everybody was very, very, very confused, as they often are in this company. Nothing ever makes freaking sense. And I feel like the people in this company are they're always confused. I can't blame them. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm confused. And I'm looking at it from the outside when you're supposed to get more perspective than when you're in the cult. And I'm still like, I have no clue what's going on with this thing. Alonda looks at it, same thing. I don't know what the hell they want. So I cannot blame people that are in this thing. And they're just always confused all the time. I mean, imagine being in this company. You would just be confused 24/7 on what you're supposed to be doing. So there were also, as Alps here points out, there were pending. So there were some accounts that people did not pay, which is what a pending account is. Some accounts people didn't pay. And then, like I said, there were people that had multiples. So it seems like now they're allowed to sell those accounts. I'm not sure if they're reopening the O-Founders positions for everyone. I can't find anything on it, and we'll get into that because I need to rant about how I can never find anything on this freaking company when I go to the website as well. And it appears that now that Ash is saying you have an amount of time to sell the pending positions that are unpaid. You also can kind of sell the positions that you've bought if you have more than one, but you have to sell them to like friends and family. They have to be paid and all that kind of stuff. So they haven't really reopened the O-Founders positions, but you can still kind of sell them if you have all of them. And that's the thing. It changes all the time. Right after they closed the founder's position, they were going to terminate your position if you try to transfer a penny to someone else. And now yes. And that's what I mean when I say people that are in this thing are just confused all the time. Like, imagine being in a company like this that never actually gives you proper instructions and tells you what's going on. That would just be completely frustrating. I mean, make up your damn mind. Right? Are you closing them down? Can people transfer or sell them? But the other thing is, now that they're allowed to sell them, Ash hasn't given like a timeline on this. I've been looking nonstop since this happened, and I can't figure out how long it is that people have to sell these. So it seems like everyone's kind of just stuck, waiting. And as I said, these products are supposed to be coming out right now. We are halfway through August. They're supposed to be dropping a whole bunch. Yes, 9 products. That's what they claimed. 9 would be launched. And then they said that 3 more at least, which, by the way, that wasn't even a for sure number. It was just the minimum. And then hopefully 3 or more will be released in September. And I don't understand what's going on. What's taking him so long, right? It's been open since 2018. This man doesn't have patents. We searched. he does not have anything even patented. When you come up with a so-called new technology, if you will, or new product, you need to basically patent your idea. You need to say, this is mine, I own this, etc., etc. My dad was a chemist. I have all of his patents in my closet. He gave them all to me. He's invented all kinds of stuff. It's because of my dad they use aluminum on cars now, just saying. And like he couldn't do anything in his business and like come up with a new way to do anything without patenting the idea, right? It's a thing. So this man has apparently come out with 50 products. All 50 of them, according to him, are his original ideas and his own plans, right? He's not stealing them from anywhere, of course not, even though, spoiler, he is. We've also found out where he pulls stuff from. So basically, we have like 50 products. None of them have been patented. So there is no way that he could even release one product unless, as I said, they are not actually his original ideas. And he's kind of like pulling from other technologies, which is what we kind of think he's doing. I think he's stealing these softwares because, again, that's the only way that you wouldn't need a patent. So I've been on the edge of my seat all month waiting for something to happen, and nothing is happening with the products. Joe says that he'll buy one for $9.97 Canadian. You know what? Wait a little while. Maybe one day there'll be a sale. I know that, like, for example, Sensi and It Works and that they all have like a month where you can join for like half the price. Just wait, Joe. Maybe you'll be able to. Maybe. Onpassive is a scam. Remember when Ash flushed the 28 pending founders in 2019, and this was back before the founders position even closed. Now they're selling pendings, no plan, just making. Yes, and that's part of the issue, I think, is that there is no business plan. He is just making up everything as he goes along and has been. He has no business plan, no plans for any of this. It's just, what can he tell people to string them along more and make more money? That's all he cares about. And he has to string you along more so that he can make more money off of you. Because if you leave, then he's not going to be able to rip you off. Other than that, this man is not going to be building the most innovative tech company. Are you going to want to work for the Onpassive business when this is how they conduct themselves? Probably not, but maybe that's just me. And nothing has patents. We're just not going to get anywhere. And I really do hope that when this all kind of goes down and September comes and nothing's happened, I hope people wake up. I hope. I'm always hoping. But we know that that might not be the case because there are people that have been strung on since 2018 in this thing. So unfortunately, it will probably just keep going. So I have to get ready for that now going forward. And I'm scared. I'm scared for everybody involved in this thing. And I am worried about what Ash is going to try to promise people next to keep them strung along, keep them giving him money. He kind of grifts, and that bothers me. I felt like there was this one live stream that he did, and he was talking to people about how basically all of the money that they've put into this thing is spent, and that it's a lot of money for him, right? And it's like, I felt like he was grifting, like he was almost trying to tell people the reason why nothing has gone on yet is because he doesn't have the money to, or anything like that. And then people offered to send this man more money to put into the company. And he was trying to be all humble about it, but that was all an act. And it was just so cringe. So cringed. And I was like, oh, I can't watch this. You know? I can't watch it. He's grifting. He's already taken $97 from all these people for nothing. And now he's like, I felt like he was sad fishing. Sad fishing. And I was like, oh no, this is not good. So if this starts to become a big thing on here and he's going to start doing that all the time, I'm just going to be more mad. And you know what, John, we're just going to be streaming about him more. So he better start coming out with those products. You go tell him. Say, everyone's waiting for you to come out with those products. We're halfway through August. Nothing has come out. So Bill Must and everyone keeps on releasing these beautiful, beautiful marketing campaigns, if you will, because that's really all they are, and broken promises. So I want to take a little look at one. Then Marty's supposed to go live at noon, and I thought it would be fun if maybe we just went over and saw what he was doing before we continued on talking about this, right? So we'll see how that goes. I would love to mind my own business, except your scam is kind of ripping off millions of people all over the world. People that don't know the laws and people that don't have the money or the knowledge to know that it's a scam. So until it stops doing that and preying on vulnerable people and ripping them off for money, I'm not going to be minding my own business. Why don't you mind your own and stop ripping off people? That's a better idea. I like that better. So let's get into this. This is fun for me. I am going to just read it because we don't want to hear the robotic voice that you guys all heard at the beginning of this. That's what all of their freaking Bill Must productions and their marketing shit sounds like. All right. I don't even think that they get a paid actor. I think we all thought that they were like hiring someone to do these. I think that they just use the text to speech thing. Oh, but John, that's because I don't let people get away with shit and scam people. So I will love to be in enough trouble with scammers and people that prey on people. Please make it so that I am in trouble with all of them. I would love that. Let them know. Queen is coming for you if you prey on people. Queen comes. Don't do it. That would be amazing. Go and tell everyone on here that if they prey on people, especially vulnerable people, then I'm going to come and cause them trouble. That's a great message. I'm totally fine with that. So this is my amazing one that I pulled. I tried to pull the newest ones. We've had a few come out in the last few days. They're very interesting. This is going to get annoying. Hold on. We'll just switch this. Yeah, there, that's better. And just check out the spelling. Check out what they say. I am going to be ending this. We're going to be talking about the bite model and Onpassive because I think that's important. And John also tell Ash that in every single future stream that I do on this thing, I will be comparing it to cults with the bite model. So he might want to stop using it to prey on people. And this is what, like, all of the videos are like this. There is no difference. You could click on any Bill Must production ever, and it will look like this. You will have the stock videos with very poorly written words that don't say a whole lot of anything. It's all very generalized, as cults often do, general information, so that it can, no matter who you are, where you're from, what you did, all that, you will find something in this that may speak to you. and may make you want to know more information or join the cult. So everything's very generalized, like those people that do fake fortune tellings, if you will. So it says, Onpassive is in the calm before the massive storm of 12 powerful, disruptive digital products tracking to delulge the internet. Delulge. As you see, that's delulge. The storm has been brewing for over 4 years. Yes, we're going on 5 now. This is the 5th year now that we're in. So what a storm this is going to be. It better be bringing us a whole hurricane, a tornado. This better be quite the storm. All these 12 powerful, disrupted digital products, they better be the best digital products that I have ever seen in my life, to the point that I cream when they pop up on the screen, okay? They best be perfect in every way because of the fact you have had over 4 years to make them. The warnings have been ignored by all but over 1 million people who have come to safety. They are ready to ride this storm out. So now they are implying that over 1 million people are in this thing, which, okay, if that's what you say, and that those people are all safe from some kind of technology internet storm, and then the rest of us are going to be looking for lifeboats out here because we're not with Onpassive. Now I'm intrigued. We aren't in Kansas anymore. Get ready to ride the storm. And then they use a COVID picture, right? Like, that's what this is. This is actually a stock photo that's supposed to be representing COVID and COVID happening. So now they're using it. Must we wear a mask if we go in Onpassive? Is there a disease that I should be aware of if I go to one of these meetings? I'm just wondering why we have gone with a COVID mask picture as the background. This is literally the video. I am playing it. This is how long they put this on the screen for. Literally, this is how long. The opposition and those who took no heed to all the warnings. Oh, we have Marty live. Hold on.
Wow, chat, it's flying.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, we don't care right now, Marty. You're going to say hello to everyone for an hour before you get into what you have to say. Just hold on a second, Marty. The opposition and those who took no heed to all the warnings about the Onpassive storm will have to live with the consequences of not believing, which I think I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. The disruptive winds are just off of the shores. I would do it in 2 speed, but I kind of want to show the effect. I kind of want people to see how long this is on the screen for, because Lord, remember, this is their marketing campaign. All of the money that these people have apparently paid for their marketing campaigns, this is it. This is what they've paid for. This and the Burj Khalifa, which I'm sure they're all very, very proud of. Mr. Ash Mufareh and his staff have prepared those of us who have to listen to get ready for the greatest financial storm of our lives. Oh, it's going to be a financial storm. When the storm subsides, the calm sets in. We are going to benefit immensely from the sacrifices being made by Mr. Mufareh. Yes, he just such a humanitarian. This man has just sacrificed his whole life to make sure that he can rip you all off. Aren't you proud of him? And the incredible staff in Hyderabad, India. Yes, we literally are excited about ripping off people in India, about using the people in India to help us run our scam, about hiring people in India. Because why would you hire people in the US or Canada and give them a good wage when you can go to India and you can pay $2 a day to them? Because it's not like you would go to India and then give them a good wage there, right, Ash? Right. I'd have less of a problem with it if he gave them a good wage. I think I would. That's really a big part of the problem. And as you see, this is apparently their Hyderabad office, which, okay, it's pretty. That's also where your money's gone. If you have joined this, it has gone into this office. Are you happy? You bought this. This is where your money's going, other than in Ash's pocket. So I guess there's that. But we know it's not going into making the products of this thing. Otherwise, we would probably have some released by now on, August 15th, halfway through the month. Just, Also, as I pointed out, this is just a picture with words on it. And this is as long as they keep it on this. How long do you think it takes for us to read a sentence? A sentence. Literally. And then we start panning. We just pan a bit. We cannot feel the effects of what is happening, thankfully. I would hope not. But the ones who are seriously at the forefront, battling every situation in getting Onpassive, I messed situation right up, didn't I? In getting Onpassive off to the best start of any company to open for business online and offline, because this online company is going to help your business offline. That makes sense. Sounds legit. I like it. And again, the wording of this and the way that they make it sound like it's supposed to be a financial storm. So I guess Ash thinks that once these products launch, money is just going to start falling from the sky. Like in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It'll just start falling from the sky. Grab an umbrella, grab a bucket, and get outside. Because the money is coming in a financial storm. Which I'm also going to point out, you're not going to get anything if you're buying traffic. You aren't going to get customers. You're just going to get lots of views on your page. That does not equate to money. It equates to you spending money, but it does not equate to money. So I just want to know how he thinks that's going to happen. They are fighting to save us, saving all from financial fatigue and ruin in a world where people have lost faith in trying to make a positive difference in their families' lives. Yes, one slide will be there for 10 minutes. And then the next ones, you get 2 seconds to read them and then they're gone. They're gone. And you're like, wait, come back. Come back. What just happened? And that drives me nuts. So now we say, right, in a world where people have lost faith in trying to make a positive difference in their families' lives. So now again, we're preying on families. We're going to use family to tell you that if you do not join this scam, you don't care about trying to make a positive difference in your family's life. You big asshole. Ha! Jerk, not caring. Look at you. Should join Onpassive. All the MLMs do this. All the scams do this. They all claim that they're going to save you in some way. None of them will. I promise you, too, that all the money in the world will also not take away your problems. You could be rich as a bitch and still have a bazillion problems. Money does not take away all the problems. So I always like that. Everyone in this company is lost, confused, and unsure, by the way. It must pain the hearts of Mr. Mufareh and staff. I'm sure that they're all very upset that some are not seeing the vision that attracted them to Onpassive. I know John here definitely was very upset about me not joining Onpassive just now in my comment section here. Good job, John. So, I'm sure that they all cry every night. That people like Alonda and myself and our chat, that we're all watching this and going, now don't join this thing. This thing's dangerous. Please stay away. Don't let this man rip you off. We're just not seeing the vision. We need to see the vision. The vision. That vision is very alive and doing well. See, Onpassive is a monumental task of goodness that will affect billions of people. Let us stay clear of the negativity. When we become negative, we are helping the competition and fighting against Onpassive. What do MLM say? Do toxic positivity. Nothing's ever wrong. You have a perfect life now that you are here in our company on the interwebs. Don't be negative. What do you mean you're not making any money here and you've been here for 5 years and you want to know what's going on? You're being negative. That's basically what they're doing. They're setting it up so that every time that you have a complaint, a question, or etc., they can tell you, don't be negative. It's very toxic, what we call toxic positivity. And it makes me very mad. I am not good at it. I am not fake, and I cannot pretend that everything is fantastic in my life just because I am on the internet, for example. So this shit drives me insane. I was never good at it, even when I was in MLMs. Don't feel bad about that. If you can't do the toxic positivity, that's probably a good thing. Don't do it. Joe says, you can't buy love, but you can rent it. Jesus Christ, Joe. Do you have any suggestions, Joe? Do you have any suggestions for where people could rent this? Just wondering. Don't leave us all hanging here. Maybe send them to CJ. Wealth adds problems to your life. Mostly people trying to take. It's true. And I promise you, go look up people that have won the lottery. This is a real thing where people win the lottery, right? They get a whole shit ton of money and then they fuck up their whole lives. It's an actual thing. So I really do get very, very upset whenever these places are like, financial freedom will fix your whole life. You're going to have all the money and then everything's going to be fixed. Because I'm like, that's not even a thing. That's so much of a lie. So much of a lie. And it's just like a false hope that you're giving to people. I can't do it. Oh, you can't see? You can't see? I don't know. Maybe John has you blocked. That could be a thing. I know that a lot of the Onpassive guys block us all. I know I'm blocked from most of them, and I haven't even commented on any of their streams. They just know who I am, and they were like, block her! When we stand united as a family of loyal founders. Now, you guys are all a family, by the way. So now I wonder, does he want you to join this to help, like, your family? Like you, your spouse, your kids, your mom, your grandma, your aunties, Or is he talking about the Onpassive family? Interesting, right? We will never know. But probably the Onpassive family, Probably. I'm just saying. joining this thing will take from your family. It's going to take your time. It's going to take your money. You're going to be doing 10 hours of webinars instead of being with your family. Log off the webinars and go spend some time with the kids. It will do a lot more good for your family than being in that company. I promise. I did 2 of them in a row. It almost broke up my family. So please listen to me when I say that. Don't make the same mistakes I did. That's dumb. Definitely never make the same mistakes I do, okay? And of course, stock photo again, which makes me laugh because you would think that if all of these loyal founders were here and they all had these great families that they wanted to help, how come we can't use that? How come we cannot use a picture of their families? Right? And why is it this like stock image of a family instead? It's just very strange to me because I will say a lot of the other MLMs on there, like out here, I mean, in the world, not on there, out here, they'll at least use like one of their top huns in their pictures, like on their website and whatnot. Ash Mufareh just likes to use his own face all over his website. I guess he just doesn't want anyone else's face on it. But I've always wondered about that with this one. Because the thing is, Ash doesn't even have his own family on the website. And I'm sorry, but I really do think that you should be using your own family. If your whole thing is that you're this family-run business and you care about families and yada, 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 how come there are no pictures of you and your spouse and your kids promoting your business? I mean, I don't recommend that. When I was in MLMs, I was told to use my family, and I did, and it wasn't good. But to be fair, Heidi Orville, for example, used to also use her own family. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. That's, well, I guess that's good, though. It says, we will start seeing some of the benefits monetarily when the products are released to the world, which again, the products are already supposed to be released to the world. Or at least a bunch of them right now. Family means never having to say, sorry, I scammed you again. Stay the course with Onpassive all the way. No one looks after us, Ash Mufareh, the way you and your staff are doing. Oh, God. The ones who are positive continue to work. If we are together on the inside of Onpassive, we are going to make it and make it enormously. We do not have anything about which to worry. Okay. We are in good hands. We founders are looking forward to that massive financial storm. That's not a storm. That's waves. And anyway, I'll just leave it. No point. No point. Because where's the store? They don't even have money. I put more money falling from the sky in the memes of these than they put in the actual videos of it. Oh, there it is. See, I knew it had to show at some point. It wouldn't be an MLM marketing video if it did not have a scene like this with money literally falling from the sky. I mean, find me one that doesn't. It's very hard. That's it. That's what you're paying for when you are paying for this marketing campaign. Isn't it beautiful? I've made one. I have a fake one out there where I made my own version of Bill Musk production. It's very, very simple, and it cost me no money. Not a cent. In fact, I don't put money into my channel very much at all. The money I get for like memberships and stuff, that goes back into my channel, and that's it. And I don't have 1 million members. I don't get a lot of donations. I don't grift out here. So I literally did the whole thing for fucking free. Okay? It didn't cost me a cent. You can find all of these like videos online for free. Okay. Like, you don't have to pay if they're telling you that they have to pay for these stock videos and photos. No, they are all in Canva. Canva.com, the place that most creators out here use to make thumbnails and get stock images. And you can get like all kinds of artwork and whatnot. And it's all stock. It's all free to use. You can use it for anything. That's where they get this stuff from. So even when this man is claiming that everyone's paying and helping him pay for a marketing campaign, the only money that they've put in would be having to pay for the Burj Khalifa. This costs nothing. Nada. Not a cent. And that drives me a little bit insane. Right? In it to lose it. So Marty is live right now. He's been live for a little bit now. He's, I'm pretty sure, done saying hello to everyone. Mr. Ash is apparently on or in the chat, or something's going on. So I say that we head over there and we see what's going on. You guys in agreement with that? Oh, thank you, Joe, for the $2 towards a new webcam. Yes. My daughter got mad when she was playing Roblox and she smashed my computer. And unfortunately, she smashed the part that, because it's a laptop, so it's the part that connects the screen to the keyboard that does the webcam, apparently. Apparently, that's all connected in one big piece. And that part is broken. So I'm screwed for a webcam for a little while here. But I think we need to go and see what Marty is doing, because it's interesting. And I got to be honest, I wanted to take the opportunity while I was streaming when I noticed that he was going to be live. I was kind of like, perfect. Let's do it. Let's see what he has to say.
This week, but I'm not 100% sure. When I know, or when it's known, it will be in the back office. That's Sydney squawking because he wants a snack, but he ain't getting it now.
Well, that was rude.
Eating something, and that's his cue to squawk. Sydney, hello. Listen very carefully. You might hear it. There it is.
IT tech geniuses, everybody.
He also waves when he says hello. No joke. There he goes. Hello. Oh, I hope you can hear that. That's cool. Oh, trust me. When and if there's a meeting this week, do me a favor. Go there with open minds and open ears. Listen to what's being said. Did you know we were told last week how powerful and how big this is going to be? Expanding in other buildings around the different countries? Come on. And let me explain it one more time. Pay now, pay later, or play now and pay later. And you don't want to do that.
Okay.
You don't want to play now and pay later.
Why?
I've been in many companies, none the size of this. There's no comparison, but I've been in many launches, 1,000th the size of this, maybe even smaller.
Like
and
what?
All of them that I was in within 6 months.
No? Okay.
Because they didn't pay now. They weren't prepared. Pay now, play later is being prepared. You don't prepare for 1,000 people and 5,000 come. It'll shut it down. You don't set up a payment structure for 1,000 people when you've got 1 million. You don't set up payment processes math, and the math that doesn't add up. All that stuff had to be done.
That
Stop,
bird is so
Cindy,
annoying.
stop.
This is
My
Ash
gosh.
math.
So
Yeah,
we
this is
we
the purpose
need
of this.
to have trust in the faith, in the system, and in Mr. Mufareh. But
Oh
trust
my
me,
God.
I don't want to make that decision.
We're fucked.
I don't want him to go fast.
We're all
If he
fucked.
goes fast and something's not right,
Oh
trust
my God,
me.
5 years is not fast,
If
Marty.
it's good, we're all going to take the credit. If it's bad, most of us are going to blame Mr. Mufareh. So
We should.
I don't want to go down that road.
You should, though.
And thank God he doesn't fold under pressure of people whining about it. Do we need it? Yes.
Hi.
Do millions of people need it? Yes. Does the world need Onpassive? Yes. But it needs Onpassive right.
Oh my God.
It needs it right. Cindy!
9 products,
Stop.
15 days. Come on. Let's
Holy
go.
cow.
I know, your bird's fucking annoying. Jesus. Marty. Cook dinner with it or something.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yes, this is ass math.
Hold on 1 second.
Are you checking? I am stream sniping you. I am. Hi. Hi, Marty.
There we go. That might help.
Oh, did you turn the bird off? How does that work? What just
Slash.
happened? What was that?
Yep. All right.
Yeah, they're already working on
Somebody just came
prolonging,
in. Maybe I
huh?
can give it. Who just came in?
Everyone.
Can you give him some snack, Mom? He's screaming.
Or anywhere. In line at the grocery store.
Alrighty then. Let's say.
I don't know how he turned the bird off.
Sorry,
I'm very
multitasking.
confused. What was that?
Let me go back to you guys. I'm sorry.
We call that the scammer throat
Anyway.
clear.
367 people. Holy moly, quackly. You know what we need to do? Stay engaged. Log in.
That makes me want to cry.
I wrote a quote of the day.
All those people being ripped off.
If you go find it and put it here, boom, baby.
Boom,
if you
baby.
Can find it, put it here, boom. Let's see who's the fastest.
Boom, baby. Not me. I won't be the fastest.
I had to give the 2 grandkids lunch. That's okay. That's good enough.
I hope
reason.
so. Jeez, what do you mean that's okay? No, please watch me instead of giving your kids food.
Exactly right.
Jesus Christ, Marty.
Exactly right. You don't get, oh, my bad. People are ruthless. They won't care. Well, we could give out
Good night.
Prayer, support, loyalty.
I think pay now, play later.
You're loyal?
Right?
That's the best thing we could give Ash.
Probably the pending positions. They're telling you not to get any of those going again.
Don't make trouble for the company.
Uh-oh.
Say the truth. If you're not sure what that is, say I think so, or I'm pretty sure, or I'll find out. Those words are not that hard to say. If you don't know something, don't say it. I know there's some people in meetings saying stuff that may not be 100% true. Now, they
like you, Marty?
I don't know. But I would question people on anything you hear.
We react to you and Ash,
some of the stuff is, we don't know. We know that everything's going to be better than what we even can imagine.
Oh my God.
I know the company's bigger than what I think it is. I don't even know what I think it is anymore, but it's going to be huge.
It'll be huge.
That screen.
Please don't get closer.
But support each other.
Through what? Through being scammed? Everyone support each other while you get scammed.
let's let's work together, take care of each other, support each other. Don't be worried about, I see
Oh
sometimes
God,
I
the
see a
law of
little
attraction. We know how much we all love
jealousy.
that.
He did, she did, I didn't get. Don't do that. There's enough room for everybody. Trust me.
Including us
And we
haters?
should all be pushing people up, not pulling them up. Push them up. Push them above yourself. For one thing, it feels good. The second thing is it's good. It's a
Yeah,
good
well,
thing
tell
to
John
do.
not to come into my chat then.
So if we all did it, guess where we'd be? Anyway, there's a meeting at 2:30, about 2 hours away.
You're like, more. Keep going.
Anything less than 100% is not loyalty. He's right. If we give 100%, think about what our 100% is.
I'm scared.
We have to wait. Oh. We have to do the right thing. We should
He
stay
is
plugged
getting
in.
like
That doesn't take that
weirdly
long.
flat.
You can stay plugged in
I'm
10
just
minutes a
saying.
day.
I am worried about his health.
Easy. Any video. You go to a live. Mine, somebody, stay plugged in. If there's new stuff, it's in the back office. It's taped. It's video or written. Everybody. We have so many people that know what's going on.
I don't think so. I think everybody's
South Africa
confused.
today at 2:30. We're going there to support them. They requested. I was in Pakistan a couple days ago for their
You weren't in
75th or
there.
74-year independence.
You were on a video call
really
with
nice.
them, you clown. You
Everybody's
didn't travel
got
to
there he is, Bill the
Pakistan.
Must.
Jesus. This man.
What is Bill talking about? Send a super sticker and he'll know you're here.
Wow.
Is Ash here? That's what is that what I'm
pay
hearing?
the man more money.
Because I didn't see him. I'm jibber jabbering too much.
Do you ever? Wow. Pay a super chat so that he'll
Blood
see
makes you
you.
related. Oh, wait a minute. What's that say?
You already took $97 from these people. I think that's enough.
Good saying, actually. Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes us family. Very good. I like that.
Really, Marty? Was that a lot for you? You've never heard that before? Lord help us all.
Hello to Ash, and I don't even.
I'm going to start praying. My atheist ass is going to start praying.
Yep. I don't see him.
I am actually worried about him. Like, he really doesn't.
We all appreciate everything you do, Ash. I mean that. You might have a few stragglers, but
and like the stress of this thing doesn't help.
Good people. That's what keeps me going. Paul Gottlieb. How you doing, Paul? I didn't see her right away. Well, let's work together. Look, there's so much fun we're going to have. Think of what we could do with the free products. Oh, my God.
Social Blade, yeah.
I got a list of what I'm going to do.
They're usually wrong, too, though, Social Blade. I'm just saying, mine's like way off, and I'm very confused.
I'm going to leverage everything I do. I'm going to bless as many people as I can. Wouldn't that be cool?
No.
People need help right outside my door. Wait, I don't have to go far.
Huh?
People need help right outside my door.
Please leave the people alone in your neighborhood.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
So see, you don't need bless. Very good, Marty. Very good.
Oh, that's not good.
What's not good?
Let me,
What's not good? Oh no. What's going on, Marty? IT tech
be on
genius.
More than one channel. This should be on Lynn and.
Oh.
Let me see. I need to check it out. Yeah, it's on Lynn's.
Like, leave the people alone.
It should be on Red's.
Oh my God, he's actually getting mad because it's not being shared to a bunch of places. I'm sharing it for you, Marty. You're welcome.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Okay. It works pretty well. I like how I can put the backdrop in there. That's the main thing.
They are all very, very MLM-y, right? And they don't like being called an MLM. But it's like, well,
YouTube
then
doesn't let you
stop
do
being
that.
an MLM, damn it.
Anyway, guys, let's keep the faith. Let's work together. Let's go support South Africa today. Henry
Oh
Horn,
no!
how you doing?
Oh God! Leave
Joanne
South
Hicks,
Africa
I didn't see you
alone.
earlier. I'm sorry. You were
Oh my God!
team up
How
with
do
a
you
trusted
keep
member and a
doing
friend. There you
this?
go. That's what I said.
They have a meeting every
Yep,
day.
you
They're
found
like,
out in
who's
the
the most
back office.
vulnerable
Now
people
look,
we can pick on
one
with
good
our
thing.
scam? I swear.
Tomorrow
I swear.
at noon when I come on,
Are we
I
going?
want people to
Well,
let me
I'm
know
at noon
what was
every
the
day
one
'cause that
good
sucks.
thing that you did. I don't care if it's like a post.
I try to do a
like
weekly
something
update. I try. Sometimes there's
but
nothing to
something in the
update
back
on, and they
office.
drive me insane, though.
Something in the back office that you did. Or made a post, like a post,
Oh my God.
shared something.
Yeah, engage in
Something
their
to do
back
with the
office
back
of
office.
nothing.
Tomorrow when you come in, I'll ask you guys slam it on here. I think that would be pretty cool.
South
There
Africa,
might be an
really?
update this week. If there is, like I said, I'll let you know. And always check
I
the
hate
back
these
office.
people.
That's where you will get the truth and you will get all the updates.
That's a lie. Truth and updates?
And I got to get off so Chris can do his live.
Oh my God.
And have his little shindig.
This is the
Anyway,
longest
I'll see you. I
time
mean that.
of saying goodbye. I thought I was bad.
You get a chance, you could go back and look at webinars that were done over the weekend. Very nice ones.
Yeah, that's
very
what
nice.
everyone wants to spend their day
People
doing.
supporting each other. It's really, people are doing a really good job.
I'm the only one that spends my days doing
But
that.
keep the faith.
Maybe Alonda
Have the
too.
trust,
That's it.
have Ash's back. That's the least we could do.
Oh
My gosh,
Lord.
are you kidding? That's all we have to do.
No.
And we're given a gift of a lifetime. And trust me.
Oh, gross.
This is fact.
Look who it's from.
Ash
It's from
Mufareh,
Ash.
The tech team, his family,
Ash
are
just
working
paid him
harder for our futures than we
$50
are.
for this live stream.
Who do you know that would do that?
Thanks for ripping off
don't
more
know
people,
anyone.
Marty. Here's $49.99, not even a whole 50.
I am
bitch.
blessed to be your friend, and I am your friend. And I will see you all
I don't
tomorrow.
want him as a
Go
friend.
see Chris Johnson.
He knows where his Johnson is.
He'll
He's
probably have
found
something
his
funny to
Johnson.
say. That's for sure.
I don't think he's actually
Anyway, I'll
found
see
it.
you all, and God bless.
Oh, God. We'll see you all, and God bless. All right. Come on, Marty. Shut it off. Oh, there we go. There we go. Marty DeGarmo. Magic. We are actually calling, it's called Magic Monday. You saw it here. Magic Monday. Every day at noon with Marty DeGarmo. And then if we're lucky, apparently Ash will show up and then drop like $50 in the stream. Not a full 50 though. Only $49.99 to promote the fact that he rips off people with his scam. So they're planning more stuff for South Africa, which just makes my head spin. I hate hearing these things because it's like, okay, you want to rip off people in America, Canada, the UK, whatever, okay, fine. Like, that sucks too. But there's something so much more gross to me to like go to other countries and then prey on those people. And I feel like they do it because they know damn well that they are not as ahead in technology as we are. So the people in places like South Africa do not know that this is a scam. This stuff could sound good to them. And then it's very easy for these people to prey on those people. And let's be honest, do the people of South Africa all have $97 US to give to this jack off to sit around and wait for things? Because I don't in Canada. I refuse. I will never pay $97 to this jerk. But if I did, I don't have the money to waste. So, and it's even a little bit more to me here, right? Because of the exchange rate. And I think in the UK, it's the same. You guys got a different exchange rate. So we end up paying a little bit extra for the US dollars. So then I think about, a place like South Africa. And I'm like, well, holy crap, to them, it's a hell of a lot more money too, right? Where they are, or India, same thing. hell of a lot more money. I mean, $97 with the exchange rate for me is like 120 or something on most days, right? So to them, it could be like 200, 300 of their dollars for where they live. That is not okay. I do not like that. It is not like these companies make it so that they're only paying $97 with their money there. Right? And that's a possibility. There are some companies that do that, by the way. But they're not doing that. And it's so much more gross to me. So much more gross to me. That's what scam passivians do. Webinars all day. They don't have anything better. They have no skills or anything. So this is it for them. Yes, it is. It's true. They basically just go from webinar to webinar, as you heard Marty say at the end. And now Chris Johnson has a webinar he has to get off so that Chris can go live. And then I believe at 2:30, there's another webinar of someone. And then they'll have another webinar right after that. And they all plan it so that none of them are ever live at the same time, of course. So you are actually just going from webinar to webinar to webinar all day long. And then, as you also heard, if you're not at a webinar, you're supposed to be in the back office, engaging in posts and whatnot. They do everything an MLM does. Everything. Marty has really taken the be more professional memo to heart. Marty and Ash and them are now trying to distance themselves from any misinformation. They seem to think that they can pass it off that people like Alonda and myself that cover them, that we're getting our information from people who are like spewing out wrong information. That's what they're trying to do with that. That way they can claim that the information we're getting is wrong, like John did in our chat here. And he's like, the information you have is all wrong. That kind of thing. However, as we know, we go to the sources. So the information we get is from Marty, from Red, from Ash, from these top people that Marty just sat there and said, listen to them instead, right? So the bad information about this company out in the world, it's not misinformation. It's not people taking from like some random bro bot for this thing that has the wrong information on their channel. You also heard him say they all share the same shit, right? So his video just now, his live, was supposed to also be on Red channel and some other channel, right? Like a whole bunch of channels he listed off there. So again, even if we went to one of these other channels, they're depending on these people for the information. They're sharing their lives. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like they're doing their own lives with their own information. All the information these Onpassive people get come from Marty, come from Red, come from Chris, come from John, come from Ash, And so it drives me a little bit insane that he tries to put this out into the world. That's basically what the whole be more professional thing is. That's all it's for. They don't actually care if you're more professional. They just want to distance themselves from any quote unquote misinformation. And then that way they can chalk up anyone with any kind of even constructive criticism to be someone that's spreading misinformation. For me, it would be 5-ish hours of work, them a week. Yeah, really. Big white telephone. So what I want to do right now is continue on with what I wanted to do. I just really had to check in with Marty since he was going to be live while we were live. I mean, we had to do that. Excuse me. But what I want to do is one of the things that they recently did, which I just adore, is they had their first offline webinar. You heard that correctly. Yes, I'm going to say it again. Their first offline webinar. I know, you're very confused. You're like, how the fuck are they having a webinar offline? I know, it doesn't make sense. You have every right to be confused by that right now. I think we all were when we first heard that as a sentence. So I want to go check it out. They've posted this short little video, and it's hilarious to me. I think it will also be hilarious to you because, Lord, I've never seen an offline webinar before. So I think we should go check out what that is. It was in the UK and it just happened not that long ago. This is the one that they were pumping up. We recently, I don't know if it was my last video on them or the one before, because I've covered these people like nonstop since fucking November. But in one of my like latest ones, we were watching, I believe it was Red, and he was pumping up the UK event. Excuse me. So this is it. This was that big UK event that they were all so excited about. It was the first in-person event. So if you were, of course, near that area, then you could go and show up. I don't know why you would want to, but I'm sure if you were in this company, maybe you would. I don't know. So let's just take a little look at the short that they posted because, again, it makes me laugh. It's pretty funny. I don't know how else to put it. It makes me laugh. Again, offline webinar.
Fantastic job, and all of you are very proud. And next time we want all this crowd will come here around Burj Khalifa. We will make a massive event here in Dubai.
Now, this looks to me like they are crammed in a cafeteria of a school, because at the cafeteria of my high school, that's where we had our stage. It wasn't in the drama room. It was in the cafeteria of the school, not in the gym, the cafeteria. So it literally looks like that to me. There's way too many people in there. And their offline webinar event is literally them sitting there watching a webinar all together. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting at least a little bit more in person. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, especially since it's Onpassive, but it's hilarious to me that it's a room with these elongated tables set up. They don't have much food there, let's be honest. And the only thing that they really did to set up, other than put out the table and chairs and put up the screen, is they have some blue and white balloons all blowing up at the front. We never saw them be like released or anything. There was no like celebration of that. So I was like, really? This is what an in-person event at Onpassive looks like. Like this. There is no other one. As you can see right here, we have the blue and white balloons. We have a podium, I think, but no one's speaking at it. We just have some balloons and then a screen. And everyone is sitting in these very uncomfortable chairs, by the way. Not very comfy. I've sat in these wooden chairs. They're awful. Most of these people are middle-aged like me, and we're all very old and decrepit with back problems and hip issues, and these chairs are not good for us. Not the fancy event that they promised. So my whole thing is like, this man can't even put on a fancy-ass event in person for his people here. And this was supposed to be the first one. So you would think that we would have brought it, right? Like, we're going to make it fucking fantastic. If you've seen any of these MLM conferences before, which is technically, this was their MLM conference, right? It's usually really elaborate. You usually have people coming out to speak on stage. But the thing is, this company doesn't have that. They don't have any, like, even their leaders. I mean, you saw what their leaders say. There's nothing to really be excited about. It's not like Marty could come out here or Red could come out here. And Red is in the UK, I think. Let's use him. Red is going to come out here and be like, I have been in this company now for 5 years and I am a millionaire because of it. You know, like, they can't do that. So basically all it is a bunch of people sitting together and then watching the exact same shit webinar that you watch every single day over and over and over again all day long when you're in your house. Like, yay! Awesome. Awful sound quality. Awful. Just everything about it was awful. And like I said, that is the one that they were so freaking excited about. So excited about. Yes, I'm sorry. It's a short. It's a short. It's a short. So basically, like, it's just gonna be a little tiny. Yes, this is red, not suit. I'm sorry. Apparently, I just go into the suit way of speaking. Whenever I go into a UK or Australian accent, it just comes out like that. But the funny thing is, like, it's nothing fancy. I expected so much better. I was like, they're gonna at least do something here. No, nothing. And then that's really all we have is this little short, which, yes, it's going to be very small on the screen because the shorts are on your phone. So it's all like vertically recorded, which I hate, but whatever. So yeah, sorry if you can't see. You're not missing much. Like I said, there's not much there. It wasn't that exciting. I was very disappointed. And I was like, really? They just all piled in a room and watched a webinar? I mean, it would have been one thing to have like Ash and them come out on a webinar for part of it. But then you would have thought that they would have had like in-person speakers. They would have had like some stuff for them to do. I mean, usually there's products to hang out or stuff for them to do at these MLM conventions. There was nothing. So I was like, oh, see, they can't even do that properly at all. I have no clue if it is or not. It could be. But I then went to the website again because what I like to do is I like to go and check out the website every week because they like to really update their website. And it's so fantastic how this company hasn't released a good product yet. But don't worry, because every week they update the website. Yay! And make it look pretty. Yay! Oh, they play bingo. Oh, okay. Like Ash Mufareh bingo. We should do that. Put all of his sayings on a bingo card. Play some bingo. The people play bingo using the sayings I use to make fun of them. And that's kind of fun. So when you go to the website, the first thing that pops up is always this fucking disclaimer. This shit drives me nuts because it doesn't pop up right away either. It takes like a few seconds and then it pops up. Onpassive believes in real business with real products involving real employees. We are an AI technology company that builds fully autonomous SaaS products using the latest AL software technologies for our global customer base. The customers who aim to accelerate innovation and transform their businesses from strategy to designing, implementing, and managing get their subscription to our software products through the SaaS business model. Again, that sounds like they want people that already have a business to join them and then use this to run those businesses. But that's not actually what is going on here. Onpassive does not believe in, encourage, or endorse a so-called get-rich-quick model. They can't because it's been 5 years. Nothing is happening quick here. We are not an MLM, multi-level marketing company. I know you say that, Onpassive. I know you say that. But I am here to break the news to you that unfortunately you are an MLM, multi-level marketing company. And one of the grossest and worst and most predatory ones I've seen in a while, by the way. We are not into chain marketing. Onpassive is not an investment platform. Neither we are into stocks, investment instruments, nor do we guarantee or promise any secured income or returns at any level. I just played a bunch of videos of them talking about how this thing is going to give you complete financial freedom. And we're even going to have a financial storm once these products drop, though. But don't mind that, because they have this disclaimer on their website, and they think that putting this up on their website saves them when they make these illegal income claims in future, because they say on this website, this disclaimer. The issue is they are then also supposed to be sharing this disclaimer every time that they talk about income, and they do not do that. So yes, illegal income claims galore from Onpassive. Any sort of derogatory statements against our company is strictly forbidden. Okay, you're going to forbade me? He's forbidden me to speak out against this thing, guys. Oh no, what am I going to do? Oh no, wait, I'm not a part of this thing. This doesn't apply to me at all. Publishing videos or content on online social mediums without substantial proof would be considered as an attempt of criminal defamation. The company reserves the absolute right to take legal actions against the perpetrators and the miscreants. I'd rather be a miscreant than a perpetrator. So can you call me a miscreant instead? Thank you. Oh, founders are the early adopters and future customers, buyer, potential resellers. We have 3 slashes. Like, they don't even know what, 2 slashes. I don't know how to count either. I'm also doing ass math today. They don't even know what it's going to be called. They're like, you'll be a customer, buyer, or maybe a reseller. Like, well, whatever you are, though, you'll be here. However, the model is yet to be defined. See? As it depends upon the scale and research of our envisioned products, which again, they're promising you the most innovative products in the whole wide world. So maybe they should let us know how this is going to be defined. Just saying. If you are misled by any individual to join the O-Founder community, or if someone has ever promised or is promising you some sort of guarantee returns, please do report at legal@onpassive.com, because that's not going to do anything, by the way. We would be happy to refund your money through our founder support system after appropriate validation and verification. I love it when a company in their disclaimer tells me that they're willing to refund me my money if I was misled to join them. Everyone in this has been misled to join it. Then you come here again. I am looking every week to see if this place has changed any of the wording, and they have not. They only change the color schemes and like these little things here, this here, these little pieces of art here, and gifts and whatnot. That's what they change. The rest of it fucking sucks. It's all the exact same. I keep on waiting. And then they literally tell you how to promote your products on Pinterest and all this other stuff. But remember, this company is supposed to be doing all the work for you. Then when they say stay current, I come here. All of them are old videos. Christmas, launch of on 26th of March, 2020. Onpassive reward day. All of these are old. I have nothing that's brand new on here. So I need that to be updated, Mr. Ash Mufareh. And again, we're here with the products. When you go to explore all, it brings you to here. And then this is where you would think that you would then get to see all the products, which as you see, they all come. Academy. There it is. Oh, staff, oh, trim, oh, net, oh, post, oh, connect, oh, counting, oh, academy, oh, chat, oh, shop, oh, mail, oh, peer, oh, tracker, oh, desk, oh, domain, oh, create, oh, virtual, oh, commerce, oh, dit, oh, mart, oh, bless, oh, wallet, oh, capture, oh, traffic, oh, my life, which is exactly what I think every time I come to this website. Oh, host, oh, doodle, oh, booking. These are the products that they are promising to have launch. Are any of them actually working right now? No. We have 16 days, 15, 16 days now to launch 9 of these. We don't have patents on any of them. These can all be stolen at any time. In fact, I'm pretty sure they stole them. But that is where we're at. These people cannot release a goddamn product, but they sure as hell make it pretty when you come here to see them all, don't they? The one thing I will say that is better is that at least now, when it lists the product, this is the only good thing that they fixed on this thing, which I have to give them credit where credit's due as well, guys, unfortunately, is now at least it says what each one is a little bit underneath, right? Which is helpful to me because I get very confused because to me, O-Connect and O-Chat are like the same fucking thing, okay? I get very confused. I'm like, what's the difference between O-Domain and O-Trim? So now I get that O-Domain is a domain registration and web hosting platform. See? And O-Trim is an oh my God, shortener that can be a great tool to use. It can be. Can. Keyword. Can. Accounting. Automating accounting to ease your inventory management. Yes, I definitely want Al at Onpassive to do all of my accounting for me. That's what I want. I totally trust Ash to take over all my finances. Peer. The tool for communication at your workstation. Chat. A conversational agent for your business. Again, what the fuck is the difference? I don't know what the difference is between, like, is this Peer is like private within your workstation, like your e-suite for your MLM? And then this is like, chat for everyone? Well, no, because you have to be on passive to use either. See how this is confusing? This is real confusing. And then, of course, we have to go down here and look at real traffic, real data, real results. Whenever something has to continuously tell you that they're real, guess what? Probably not real. Real traffic, real data, real results with a real company for real people with real products, as they say. So again, nothing has happened other than they've updated these little blurbs underneath and then changed the color scheme around. There is not a better privacy policy. There's no better information to contact them. There's nothing that's actually upgraded. See, this is the only way. Get in touch like this. Please do not ever send these people your phone number. I beg of you. But that is what they want. And then they have their addresses with all of it. And apparently the disclaimer pops back up again on every page. Pretty much every page. You need to have that disclaimer. They just, like I said, forget to post it whenever they make their illegal income claims. And this was interesting to me because didn't Ash say that they had 2 floors? I seem to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I seem to remember Ash saying that there are 2 floors that he owns. What else would you expect from the Scam Passive legal department? Yeah, I know, right? It's just an email. It goes to Ash or Susie. Maybe poor Julie gets it. It doesn't go to a lawyer, though. That's the problem. I predict that soon the best way of contacting Onpassive will be through a medium. Yes, most likely. Oh, shit. Yes, I also think that when I go to the website. Oh, my life. Oh, shit. Oh, Trim. Very popular with Eddie Murphy. I don't want a text now number. Then people find it. Then they call me. And then I get scared. If it walks like a duck, swims like a duck, odds are it ain't a goose. Yep. Okay. I thought so. He said 151 and 139, right? Yeah. Okay. This one says 134, which it might have been 134, but still, we're missing the 150 something, which I couldn't remember which floor was, but I did know that he said it was within the 150s as well. So yes, this is my thing. So he can't even be honest about the number of floors he's taken up in the Burj Khalifa, which, by the way, I still don't understand why, like, having a whole floor in a really high building gives you some kind of status. I still don't get it, but apparently it does. So I think he just brought up, like, having the 150 whatever floor as well, thinking that one was higher than floor 134 and he'd be more important. Like, literally, that's the only thing I can think of as to why he would lie about having 2 floors. Because he only got floor 134 and you have to be on floor 150 something to be important. And the thing is that he can't have a whole floor because the floors are broken up into 3 business offices, right? And I've looked them up. I've actually gone and looked up the floor plan, and we've talked about this in the past, where it's broken into 3 different businesses. Now let's just be honest, okay? Do you think that the Burj Khalifa and whoever runs it and rents this out would want to rent out one whole floor to just Ash, or would they want to rent out 3 different companies on that floor since it's 3 different offices? My guess is the latter. And I do not see Ash paying for the 3 different offices. So either he's in one of the offices on that floor and then he lies and says he's got the whole floor, or he's apparently paying for 3 offices on that floor to all be Onpassive, which, by the way, that would also be hella confusing. Like, imagine like 3 completely different offices, but then they're all for the same company. Like, you know what I mean? And they're all on the same floor. Like, it would just be really weird. So that always kind of stands out to me. Whenever I see the Burj Khalifa address, I'm kind of like, this makes no sense compared to what he's been telling everyone. I really want to find someone that lives in Orlando, Florida, to go and check out the building. I really do. If you are in the Orlando, Florida area, please get a hold of me. You don't have to tell me where you are or anything. Just if you can get down to 7380 West Sand Lake Road and go and visit these suites and let me know if they're actually taken up by Onpassive, and maybe take a couple pictures of the doors or whatever and show me that they actually are on that building, I would appreciate it. Anyone out there in Florida that wants to do that? And then if you want to, you can come on and talk about it with me and we can make fun of how they probably lied about having all those suites in there as well. So, like, nothing new is even going on with this goddamn website. It drives me insane. Every week I go and check it out and I'm expecting something more. Also on the website, as you saw, there was no instructions of anything. They didn't give any date for how long people have to sell these pending positions or their extra 500 founders accounts if they have them. They didn't give any fucking information at all. No real information. It's always the same. You would think by now they would figure out how to also update people with the newest information. I give you the newest information on Onpassive Weekly more than their fucking website does. And that's worrisome to me. That's not a good thing. It's no status. Tell me off the top of your head where Google is headquartered or Apple. Yeah, see, like, that's what I mean. I don't know. Right? And that's why I'm like, I don't understand when this became a thing where you wanted a big building and you wanted to be on like the top floor and that gave you your status, right? Like, I don't know where that comes from. And I grew up a rich bitch. I have a lot of family. My cousin has a goddamn house with 28 bedrooms. And I promise you, it's not on the 500th floor. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Like, you would think that I would be able to get that if it was a thing, but it's not a thing. It really isn't. Never heard of this in my life. It's status if you're stupid and don't know what actually matters in business. Well, I don't know if it's everyone that's stupid. I don't like to call people stupid because, you know, not everyone that's in this thing is stupid. A lot of them are very intelligent people. I mean, maybe Marty isn't, but you know, there's intelligent people in this, I promise. But it's people that don't know any better, right? I mean, maybe not stupid, but naive. People that don't know that that doesn't matter. So I always try to put it out there. It really does not matter. It does not. Okay. It's not a thing. It's not a flex. I've never heard of that before. The data center is located at the summit of Everest, but please keep that to yourself. That's the other thing. Yeah, he never tells us where that's supposed to be located. I have a friend who lives near. Yes, see if you could do that. Good. Yes, see if you could do that, because I do. I want someone to go there and actually see, because I'm a little iffy on if they even own all those. All right, and that was their first one, right? They're technically their first and main headquarters is the one in Orlando. That's like where Ash lives. Opened it up there, like, you know what I mean? Most of these companies, even if they have 10 different buildings, they have like their one main place. And a lot of times it's in either Florida or Utah. I don't know why. This seems to be a thing. So that is the like main one. And in my opinion, if we can prove that he is even exaggerating on what suites he owns in there, then I feel like he probably is lying about the Burj Khalifa. And just because he had those ads on the side of it doesn't mean anything. I could go and put an ad up for my channel on there tomorrow. And so like that's what's bothering me about it, is I feel like he also tried to use that to be like, see, we are on these 2 floors, because like it was 2 floors. I promise. There was 2 floors of this. And now there's only 1 floor that he lists. Like it's just so silly. I don't understand what they're doing. I just feel like then I can really be like, yeah, no, they're not there. And if they are there, it's only the one. Go look up the floor plans. Like I said, you can Google this yourself and look up the Burj Khalifa floor plan and what they have on each floor. And you will notice that there isn't like a whole floor that you can't buy a floor of it. You can buy an office space in it. They're very large, and there's 3 on a floor for most of them. I mean, that might change depending on what floor you're on, but the ones he claimed to be on, and the one he's still claiming to be on, the 134, that one's split into 3. And then even the one in the 150, like they all looked like they were the same in terms of all having at least 2 or 3 offices on each floor. So as soon as he was like, I bought a whole floor, I was like, oh, no, this isn't happening. And I had to go check. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm right. Like they don't sell a whole floor. Why would they do that? They're not going to do that. And they can have 3 different businesses on 1 floor. And I don't see Ash paying all the money to rent all 3 offices on a floor. Like that just makes no sense to me at all. I don't see that. Something really funny happened though, and I want to talk about it because this happened just recently and this made me laugh. And it also has to do with Marty, because no matter what, I was already going to bring up Marty on this stream. It was just magical that he decided to go live. There was a stream that Marty did just recent, this last week or so. Sorry, I don't remember the exact day. I just grabbed them when I see it. And I'm like, oh, this is a funny one for me to talk about. And then I download it. But it was like sometime within this last week, for sure, where he got an unexpected phone call. And this made me laugh a lot. I was like, oh, Lord, what the hell is happening here? So let's just take a little look at that because I think it's hilarious.
I'm getting called. I don't know if I ran out of time or what. Oh, no.
Sorry, I don't want to block it.
Let's Ash Mufareh. Hold on a minute.
Okay, so first thing off the bat, Marty doing a live stream. It's not at his usual time either, by the way. He's on the live stream. This is how it starts. I downloaded this strictly from his channel. This is how it starts. He's on here for like what, 2 seconds? And then the phone rings. And it's Mr. Ash Mufareh. Are we supposed to believe that this wasn't completely planned? Are we? Because I don't know if I can believe that, Marty. I mean, I'm sorry. Could you guys imagine if I was like, guys, I'm about to go live, and then I like jumped on a live stream and then pretended to get a call from like Susan at YouTube? I was like, oh, sorry, guys. Oh, Susan's calling me. I mean, he doesn't have to pretend it's Ash, but you guys would be like, Queen, what the fuck? This was planned. Kind of weird, Queen, that you just went on, and then within 2 seconds, the phone rings. Obviously, you planned to get this call on the stream, Queen. And I would be like, yeah, I did, because sorry, guys, I tried to trick you. That's not going to happen here. But we have made it 2 seconds in, and now Ash is going to call. I'm just going to let this one play, because I want you guys to actually like see the whole conversation that takes place and what is so important that Ash need to apparently interrupt this stream.
Hello, brother. Yeah, I'm on a live. Do you want me to call you back?
No, I actually can't hold myself if it's okay. There's one way to look at this. Everybody is going to use the products of Onpassive. Let me tell you something. They are already using the stuff. So how did we connect with these people? All right. So if you are in, you need what we have, whether it's Academy or Bless or Mail, you have something to use. That's number one. Number two, even if you don't use, which is I find it ridiculous not to use anything, but hypothetically, if you don't use anything from our product lines, okay, you are going to be contributing in the impact of them, whether it's Academy or Bless or Women or blessing other people. So you are somehow needed and you will benefit. Now, it gets even better. Even if you're in and not using the products, well, is that a bad thing? Because we're doing the work for you. Thank God you didn't have to do much, because we're doing it like the pros on your behalf while you enjoy your life. And at the same time, we split the results. It's incredible. Yeah, so that's how you want to look at it.
It's amazing. Yeah, I know.
So to recap, all right, everybody is going to have something to use, whether they know it or not. I mean, they already use our stuff, number one, but just different brands for now. They are already online, all right? 5 billion people are going to use our products. Number two.
Before he says number two, I just want to remind everyone that this was completely not a planned call while he was on live stream.
Even if they don't directly use them, because we're doing the work on their behalf anyway, they will still benefit because they're all humans. They would love to participate and contribute in that impact. All right, brother, I leave you. I know you're live, but that's really important, okay?
Yeah.
To know that you can only win whether using the products, the impact of the products, the profit of the products that we all share. It's crazy.
Couldn't have said it any better. Now I can shut down the live. Thank you very much.
They always do the worst green screen. So now we joke that Marty's also missing his shoulder. Not just his Johnson, also his shoulder. Because he never has his damn shoulders on here. Like ever. They come and go the whole time.
Oh, right. Did you say it? Am I live?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You should have had the permission, brother. Okay, now we're going to have a lawsuit, and
Oh, God.
this is my material. No, I'm kidding, of course.
All right. I'll see you, Ash.
I love you, brother. You
I
take
love,
care.
I love you too. Bye.
And now he's getting ready to do his live. But he was live.
Well,
the whole
that was
time.
a surprise.
Oh, yeah? Was it? Was it? Was it a surprise? I kind of don't think it was. And the funny thing to me is when Ash is all like, "Oh, you're live?" Like, it sounds like he knows. He knew he was live. The dude goes live like every single freaking day. How do you not know? First of all. Okay. He's probably going to be live. But it was just so funny to me. I was like, did they actually pull this? And someone clipped this. As you see, it is just the call that I have as a video. Someone clipped it and they shared this like it was fabulously amazing that Ash Mufareh took the time to call Marty at the beginning of his live stream to tell him what he should be talking to everyone about, because that's not culty at all. And it kind of made me laugh. I was like, thank you for just clipping this part for me. That will help me talk about it. But also, this is not like a moment of, oh my God, how fabulously amazing that Ash calls Marty. And it's so funny because he was on the live and he didn't know and all this. That's not what's going on here. This was planned. This is a planned fucking phone call, I feel like. Let me know. You can disagree with me. Maybe it wasn't planned. Maybe it just randomly happened to call him and to let him know everything to talk about on the live. Although he probably or apparently did not know that he was live. That's why he had to call him to tell him what to say while live. Because he had no clue that the live was about to happen. Yep, no, sounds completely legit. Totally freaking legit. So that made me laugh my ass off. And I had to share that with you. Because I was like, as if they tried to pull that. And as if people like that, those are the types of moments that happen. And then people try to take them to show that Ash is this like fabulous person. But all I see is a cult. All I see is a cult way of thinking, a cult way of running your business. I do. That's all I see. Well, thank you for scrolling a little bit on me there. Website. So I want to take a minute, and I'm going to probably start doing this in like every single freaking stream about this thing, because I want to talk about the bite model. The bite model by Stephen Hassan. This is a really great article that just kind of sums up each area. I am going to read through this. I am going to read through this right now, and I want you to think of Onpassive and Ash and what kind of goes on in this company, how people are made to spend their whole time on live streams, the toxic positivity that's used, how your whole day is basically spent on live streams, and even how Ash himself will call them to tell them what they should be talking about. As I read through these parts of Steve's bite model, this is what we always use whenever we are talking about cults, MLMs, etc., etc. We are talking and looking at this bite model. This is how you decide if something is a cult. If it hits off on most of these things, unfortunately, it's a cult. Unfortunately, we're not out here hoping things are cults, okay? No, but I do usually do a live or a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And today everyone wanted this to be a live, which I'm happy about, because this would have been a hell of a video to edit down, wouldn't it? So, and we also got to stream tonight Marty, and that was fun for us. So just, think of Onpassive as we read through the different parts of the bite model, which bite stands for behavior control, information control, thought control, and emotional control. You could even use these when you're talking about YouTube communities, as many YouTubers are a cult of personality. You can use these whenever you are talking about a multi-level marketing company. And of course, any type of group that you think could be a cult. So again, think of Onpassive. Behavior control. This type of control is all about dictating who a person is and what they do. Excuse me, it's not like Ash just called Marty and told him. Anyway, behavior control can include restricting what types of food a person eats, what they wear, when they sleep, and who they are allowed to associate with. Financial exploitation, manipulation, or dependence is also often a key component of behavior control. Individualism is discouraged and groupthink is encouraged. I feel like right now would be a really great time to remind everyone that when you join this company, you are supposed to hashtag them or in your name. You will notice everyone that's a part of this thing has I would be like Queen of Spade, hashtag Onpassive, or Onpassive Queen of Spade. It's fun. Information control. To exert undue influence, cults will often withhold or distort information to make it more acceptable or simply flat out lie. Information control involves using deception, discouraging access to non-cult sources of information, encouraging spying on each other, and producing propaganda such as newsletters, YouTube videos, movies, and other media. Thought control. Cults will also seek to control how members think so that the group's doctrine is accepted as truth. Loaded language and cliches, and really, really, really bad ones, are used to stop critical thinking and reduce complex ideas to platitudes and buzzwords. Often, only positive thoughts are allowed. Again, toxic positivity. Constructive criticism or questions are immediately shut down. Emotional control. Members of cults experience extreme emotional highs and lows. They're showered with praise 1 minute and then made to feel guilty, fearful, and unworthy the next. They're told that any problems they experience are their own fault and never that of the leader or group. The cult instills irrational fears about leaving or questioning the leader's authority. I see Onpassive changed their font, so my favorite product, Oclid, is apparently Odit now. Thank you, Joe. Have fun. I'm glad you're off work, though. That's good. As an IT pro, I have a hard time listening to the bullshit Ash talks about, and those Onpassive pros that act like they are experts in the field talk nonsense as well. Crazy. Yes, I have a mod named Caffeinated Angel, and she is also a pro herself, and she feels the exact same way. It's very, very frustrating, and he uses buzzwords for things and gets them incorrect all the time, uses the wrong terms, and he's supposed to be an IT expert. So, there's that. But yes, I feel like when I read through this, I am describing Onpassive very well, especially in this perfect little blurb on this article here, which is how MLMs and cults use the same mind control techniques you know? So I just like the way that they kind of summed up the bite model here. And when I'm thinking of Onpassive while I'm reading this, it ticks off everything. I mean, we could go through the whole bite model one day, I might, and go through every single part of it and talk about Onpassive. Who knows? That could be a future stream if they're not doing anything and none of their products end up coming out in the next couple months. Maybe we'll do that. But it's scary. It's a little scary when you really think about how this thing's a cult. Tired of hearing them say data center. I know. The data center is the answer to everything. And the thing about the data center, oh yeah, probably. The thing about the whole data center is I feel like they also use that to prey on countries. And like, they're all like, oh, we're going to be doing stuff in South Africa tomorrow and later. And they actually tell these people, like, because they don't have data centers all over and their internet's crap out there and stuff, you know, they tell them that these data centers are going to bring the internet to their countries. And I'm kind of over here like, I don't know, if Bell hasn't done that yet, then I don't think Onpassive is going to, like, at all. True Way talks about them being fast because their data centers use laser fiber optics. It makes no difference if the end user is on a dial-up modem. I want to yell through the screen when watching that. Well, see, and that's the thing. So data center is supposed to be the internet for everybody. And like, he doesn't even really know what the fuck a data center is. It's great fun. Great fun. He has no clue about anything to do with anything that he talks about. But again, you can't ask the man any questions. If you were in his chat and you mentioned that you're an IT pro, you could be like, I've been working in the business for 50 years, head of IT for my company. And you could be trying to like give him some kind of information and he will literally just ignore you or scream at you. And then he will kick you out of the chat. And it's like, you can't do that. If you're going to pretend to know stuff about IT, you would think that he would then be open to learning. I mean, I don't know everything about IT. I don't pretend to. And I sit here all the time asking people, like, I think it works like this, because I have a general tiny knowledge. But if you don't know, like Marty said, just say you don't know, which is why that's always so funny to me, because I'm like, tell that to Ash. He's the one that sits out here and pretends to know things that he doesn't fucking know. Nobody else is doing that here but him. But the other LCs, right? They're leaders. And it's because they're just regurgitating whatever Ash tells them. Leadership always comes from the top. So it's whatever Ash says, that's what they're regurgitating. And they don't know anything. At least be willing to learn. At least be willing to be like, I have no clue about this at all. Please explain this technology to me. I've done it a bazillion times when listening to them, where I've said to the chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but I seem to remember that this works like this, and I've looked this up, and it says this, and it seems like what he's saying is wrong. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not wrong often. When I look it up, Ash is usually wrong on what he's saying. And I joke that if I can call him out for his non-knowledge of IT, then yes, all of you out here that actually have a lot of knowledge in this field must all be getting driven insane every time you hear this man talk. It must be really frustrating. And he doesn't want anyone that actually knows it, which again makes me go, well, then are you actually building these products? Like if I had a company and I wanted it to be IT, I would have to then admit that I don't know everything about IT. And then I would have to hire someone like you to then come work for me, or at least teach me how to do it or something, right? He doesn't even want that. He really just wants everyone to think he is the god of IT and that he's going to save the world with this company. So yes, the bite model is very applicable here because of all of these things. He does them all. And it's very scary to me as we go further and further into this. And there is no products and there is nothing to sell. And there's nothing for these people to actually do. How he still follows this bite model. How these people are still so influenced by him. And it's because of this. It's because he's running a cult. They can't ask anything about anything. And whatever Ash knows about IT tech, like it says right here, the group's doctrine is accepted as truth. Whatever he says goes. And when you read through this thing of Onpassive, oh, it's creepy. It literally explains it and what they're doing. I feel like it basically just explains Onpassive. If you were to like sum up what this company is doing for me, Queen, that's bad, I'd be like this right here. This right here is everything they're doing that I don't agree with, that they're doing to people that I don't agree with, especially the financial exploitation. Right? I really don't agree with that. And again, any problems they experience are their own fault. Like it literally describes it. And again, you kind of saw that with Marty, even when he talks about, oh, there's people with misinformation out there and the haters are using the misinformation. That's what that is. It's that part of the bite model. It's like they don't want to hear that they are being fed lies. For some people that get pulled into scams and cults and MLMs like this, they don't want to. They don't want to. It's not that they don't want, it's almost like you put all your life into something, right? And you on your belief and your faith into it. So that it's like you don't want to believe that you're being fed lies either. And that's what makes it so culty. That's the cultish part, right? It's like you get manipulated to want to believe in it. It's this weird monster that ends up feeding itself. Yeah, see, and the problem is that those people that ask those questions have to be. Because like I said, he will literally yell at them. He gets hella mad. Him and like Michael Williams, like you flip a switch and they like go off on a tangent. It's kind of creepy. So if you ask a question, especially a tech related question, Michael goes off. That's what you're met with. After a while, you learn. They're basically doing this behavioral control thing to you, where you learn to just be satisfied with whatever answer they give you. That's the answer. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the people that are manipulated going, okay, yeah, I guess I better take that as an answer because I'm just lucky that I even got this question out. Because again, even asking questions there is not allowed. And you should always be able to ask questions, especially when you've invested your money into something and the person is promising you a return eventually with this, right? They're supposed to be making money with this. You have every right to ask every single question. You have every right to know every single step of this thing and what's going on, especially if you're being called a so-called founder. That there's an inclination in that word that you have something to do with the ownership and planning of this company. And it's done on purpose to manipulate people into believing that they have that when they don't. And I think what frustrates me is knowing that and then also watching him not even be willing to answer questions. He's not a great manipulator. I don't feel like Ash has, but again, I've said this about Keith Raniere in the past, and that was proven wrong. But I don't think that Ash has like the charisma. And we talk about this a lot, and the ability to almost manipulate the people. It's not really that he or any of the founders are manipulating. And I think that's what I've come to realize recently while covering this. Because that's driven me insane too. Is, you watch people like Marty and you're like, how is this dude taking 300 people for $97? He doesn't seem like the type. But then pay attention to who they prey on. They prey on people in third world countries. They prey on people that are homeless. They prey on people with severe mental health issues. They prey on people that don't know technology, like boomers, for example. All right, I'm one. I'll say it. Boomers, they prey on us. So when you think about that, it's not that people are believing in Ash or that they're believing in Marty and that these guys are like manipulating them. It's more like they believe in technology and what technology can do, because there is no denying that, right? Like technology just keeps on evolving and evolving. It's quicker and quicker and quicker. So Ash and them have almost found a way to use people's faith and belief in technology and how it changes and evolves here in our world so quickly to their advantage. And then they've taken that and, like I said, then preyed on people that wouldn't know any better. Maybe they're not fully aware. They're not an IT pro. Most of those that were IT pros have left this thing, or they'll end up being brand new. They'll do an IT talk, then you never see them again, unless it's Charles O. song. So it's like people that don't fully understand technology, how it works, or business and how it works, and especially those two things put together, mixed in with them having the belief that technology is this great thing, like it's been proven to be since the 90s. So I don't think it's them believing in Ash. I don't think it's them believing in these people. And that's why they kind of can still suck. And then so many people still kind of join. It's that they're using to prey on people. So it's hard for those of us out here that are trying to combat this thing, because yes, technology is great. Technology is evolving, and I can't combat that. All I can promise them is that Ash is no IT expert, and he is not making the same technology that he is using to manipulate them into this thing. This place is not going to be an Apple. It's not going to be Windows. It's not going to, we're not doing this. That's not what it's going to be. We will be lucky. Oh, all right. Well, I'll give you an example. He did the O-mail. Okay. The O-mail has technically been released, except I don't say it's a completed product because there's no reply button. So when you get an email, you can't reply. There's literally no place to just hit reply. You have to do like a brand new email, put in the person's email address again, and then like write a whole new thing. Right? So that's the products that he's giving you. Even when they are done, something is always messed up with them. I just hope that people kind of wake up and realize that. And then he uses this time, like we've seen a lot today, of them kind of saying, well, we're not launching anything yet because we want to make it perfect. And then it's almost like they use the O-mail as an example. See what happened with that? That wasn't perfect. So now we need to take another 10 years to make these other products because they have to be perfect. And that drives me mentally insane. I'm insane over it because it just irks me so much, because I can guarantee you that these people could spend the next 25 years planning these products and they are not going to be coming out. No other company in the history of the world has ever taken this long without releasing a product and has taken everyone's money. Even scams like Enron gave people a return for a while before it stopped. Even the Bitcoin scams will at least make it look like you're getting returns. This thing literally has nothing. It's just, hang on, guys. We just want to make it perfect, guys. And again, with knowing how much technology evolves, you would think that they would clue in that obviously Ash's technology is not evolving even close to the same pace of that. Do you get what I'm saying? And just that whole fuck around drives me insane. It's like being in a catch-22 with a scammer in technology, and you're constantly trying to figure out how to get this message across to people. But he is good at manipulating somehow. And I get driven insane. The belief that a serial scammer Ash has out-innovated the combined intellect of Silicon Valley, right? Perfectly reasonable. Of anywhere. Of anywhere. I mean, this man claims that he has out-innovated every single country, even China, who are hell of ahead in technology than any of us. I won't believe that. You know, it makes no sense. If he did that, again, there would be patents and at least one product would be released, like the O-mail with a reply button. I know 25 years might be too soon. You're right. But 5 years into this thing and nothing's going on. And I'm getting very frustrated because once again, they are setting up right now to not even release these 9 products by the end of this month. And the apparent 3 that are supposed to be released next month. And I don't know how many times we can all watch them do this just over and over again before Queen has an aneurysm. Like, I really don't. I don't. This is what they do. And I was really hoping, again, I don't know why I keep like hoping anything on this place, but I was really hoping that they were at least going to release one by now, fully complete, and that maybe it would be what it was supposed to be and it would work properly. But that has not happened. And I'm like, okay, but what has to happen here for people to wake up from this thing and be like, okay, let's all leave this shit. This is not going to be a fucking thing. Like, let's end the madness. I don't freaking know. I just really hope, I'm still kind of hoping that when nothing happens by the end of September, as I'm predicting, and I'm sure many of you are as well, that people wake up. But then I also have to prepare us all for when that doesn't happen, because that might not happen. And then we might have to continue watching people getting ripped off and continue watching this man lying to everybody and prolonging this shit. So be prepared for both. I need to actually mentally prepare myself. Please also do the same if you watch this. Because Jesus, we're going to be driven insane. We're going to need Jesus at the end of this. Ash has so much technology at his command as myself. That's actually kind of funny. We should start making products that say things like that. Start putting merch up in my shop of just random Ash quotes. I kind of want to do it with Alonda, though. I kind of want to do it up in her shop. I think that would be better because I have a bunch of shit in my shop already. So I want to like get together with Alonda and help her plan like some merch ideas with just some really funny like Ash stuff, and we can maybe throw some memes on merch for her. And then you guys can like buy it from her shop. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Melvin, hello, nice to see you. I feel bad for the people who have invested. Exactly. I mean, I can't not feel bad. I'm finding out very quickly that I am not at all a narcissist or a sociopath, because like I don't even want to watch like Marty and Red and them get ripped off. Like I even feel bad for them, and I know that they're assholes, and yeah, they're the top of this thing, and you'd consider them to be the top Huns. But like I really do not like seeing people get let down or hurt, even if I don't like them. So this is going to be awful for me. I am not going to have fun, but somebody has to be doing this, and there isn't enough of us doing this right now. And not everyone can dedicate, I guess, as much time. I have a lot of time for this, so I'll be doing it. Alonda will do it when she can. I know Michelle Carpenter's also been talking about this, so go and check her out too. And there's other people out here that are talking about this and catching them in lies and posting up archives and whatnot. So go support those people. I'll probably do a post actually, maybe later today, where I just kind of tag a bunch of them for you guys, and then you can just go and subscribe to them as well, because I don't know what we are in for. I had to bring us to an update kind of from the last time I covered them until now, because some things did happen. All right. The last time I covered these guys, nothing had happened. They were just kind of all waiting. So I was like, oh, look, we actually have something to cover this time, sort of. And then Marty was going live, and that was hella fun. So now going forward, yay, that's where we're at. We're at halfway through August, still nothing released. Time's a ticking, and we're already coming up with excuses about how nothing can be released until it's absolutely perfect. Because Ash here is apparently a perfectionist. I know. It's a funny thought, isn't it? It's pretty funny. We all know that's not true, but boy, is he ever trying to be one. Some merch ideas. You connect, you chat, you mail, you can. Each one is 97. No, because then we would be rich ripping people off. I always do it so I only make like $1 or $2 off of my merch. I don't care about making the money. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm pretty sure Alonda does the same, where it's not about making the money. So she'd make them like cheap for people to buy. She'd make like a couple bucks off of them or something, right? It would be more just to have the hilarity of the shirts, right? They are telling people they are going to be financially free. It's not true. It's not true. And you weren't here maybe for it, but I brought up when we went to the website that they have this disclaimer. And even there, they claim that they're not promising financial freedom and all this crap. It's an illegal income claim. That's actually illegal for them to promise. And if they do ever say anything about income, any business out there has to put a disclaimer, especially an MLM company, where they basically say like, this isn't a guaranteed income. What you make depends on how much work you put in, and blah, 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 blah. I talk about it a lot in my anti-MLM playlist, talking about companies. Like, you cannot ever just make an income claim. Like, you can't tell someone you're going to get your return back when you're in one of these companies. You can't be like, oh, you're going to reach financial freedom. You can't even say, oh, you'll make $97 a day. None of that can be said without you putting a little disclaimer in that explains all that. And they don't do that. And then they go back and forth about how they're not promising that, but then they do promise it. And then, but they're not promising it, even though they do, you know? And again, that's all to mind fuck you. It's to mind fuck the people that are in there into basically promising it while thinking that they're not promising it. Cults are weird, man. Cults are weird, and the manipulation tactics that they use can sometimes sneak into your life without you even realizing, which is often the case for people that kind of fall in these MLMs. I don't think that most of the people in this thing are a bad person. A lot of them are honestly just everyday people that want to make money for their family. This thing comes along and promises them. Like I said, if you don't know enough information about business and technology, and I don't know, you think Ash is a decent dude for some reason, all this can sound really good. That's what's kind of scary about it. And that's how they've been able to rip people off, right? So it's just like, it's really disheartening. The whole thing's really disheartening. All these scams existing is disheartening. I can get my local Indian takeaway to develop the software for the exciting new range of used software products. Also, you, Ben, could be the signature product. Yeah, where we like talk people out of MLMs and cults. We bend their arm to leave. I like that. That sounds like a good idea. Excuse me. Sorry. So guys, I guess going forward, we just got to keep an eye on our thing, hope and pray if you believe in that. that something happens. And if it doesn't happen with a product in the next like month and a half, but don't worry, I'm going to be updating you in like probably in a couple of weeks from now. We'll see at the end of the month if they've released even one of these 9 products. I really just like one fucking product, okay? Just get one software, just fully finished. It works properly. Like just one. I'm not going to get my hopes up for 9 and then 3. I wish nobody would have. Just one, you know? We'll see what happens. And then I guess we'll have to take it from there. I do feel like we're getting to a point, though, where reporting this thing should work more. And that's the good news. The good news is the longer that they go without providing services or products to these people and doing all these lies and webinars and whatnot, the good news is then we can report it for like more so. Maybe then we could get it shut down. So like the only good thing about this thing still going is then we gather more evidence to make it stop. But then of course that's not good either. You get what I'm saying? We all want to have a guess on what's going to happen next. All right, we can do that. We can do that. What do you think is going to happen next? I think that they're getting ready right now to push it so that they don't have to release any products at all over the next couple months. And then we're just going to see what they've done every year. Because this isn't the first time that they've promised products would be released by a certain time. I mean, he's promised a launch date several times where the whole company was going to launch by this day. And then that day would be coming. And then all of a sudden we had excuses as to why. So I feel like this is just the same thing over again. And I don't know why I was hoping, but I was like, well, he has to release something now. Because like if he doesn't, everyone's going to know it's a scam, right? 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 Oh, so I hope so. I really do hope. But again, don't get your hopes up because this isn't the first time that this has happened. And unfortunately, it probably won't be the last. But yeah, the good news is the longer it goes without anything happening, the easier it is for us to report that it's been going for a while with nothing happening. You know what I mean? That can help us. But again, then the longer it goes with nothing happening, the more people are being ripped off by it and people are being led on and da-da-da and lied to and etc. and in a cult. So that's not good. There's no win. There's no win until this thing gets shut down and this Ash man ends up in jail. I'll just be real. Until that happens, I don't think most of us will feel good about anything happening with this company. You say, I think there will be no products, but there will be a demand for the monthly fee to facilitate develop. Oh, yes, because the monthly fee is supposed to come into effect soon too, right? And once they released the products, they were going to make, they keep changing the number on that too. Like first it was like 100, then it was 200 to 300, then it was in between 100 to 300. Like they don't even know what the hell the monthly fee is going to be. And that's why I have no faith in this damn thing. But that would be interesting. And that goes along with what I have to say about how he was kind of begging for more money and grifting on that one stream there. And suggesting that he couldn't go ahead with things unless he had more money. So you might be right. He could do that. I mean, that he could have been trying to lead into this with that, right? Because we see that all the time with them. They kind of set up themselves, right? Like for a few streams before they drop a bomb on everyone. So now that you mentioned that, I'm kind of like, I mean, that could be it. And that's why I did that grift stream. And then now they're talking about how all the products have to be perfect. They could totally all of a sudden tell everyone they need to start doing that. It's completely likely. It's a good prediction. It's completely likely. Joe says Ash will disappear and the LC will take the fall. See, and I'm actually worried about that. I don't want that to happen. I mean, they shouldn't exactly get away scot-free either. Let's be honest. They've helped him a lot with this thing. So they should also get some kind of repercussions to them for what they've done. But I don't want them to be stuck with it all. And I actually have a video where I'm reacting to someone and I go into detail about that, about how I'm horrified that Ash is going to leave and make them all stuck with whatever this thing turns into, which will probably be a pile of nothing. And we've seen it a lot on here where the scammer takes off with all the money. All of a sudden, when the heat gets high, this scammer takes off with all the money. All of a sudden, you can't find him. I mean, we just talked about the woman from Bitcoin there. Can't find her. Just takes off, right? Ruja. Sorry, it took me a second to think of her name. Ruja there. She took off. The OneCoin girl. Excuse me. So that happens all the time. All the time with these things. MLMs too. Not just big scams, but MLMs like crazy. LuLaRoe actually even had their people try to take off when LuLaRoe was crashing. After all the Vice documentaries and Roberta Blevins gave it to them. Right? They kind of tried to take off. I covered that. That was hilarious. Okay, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. It was funny. They tried. They didn't succeed, but they tried. So, like, even they tried. So, that could happen. It could happen. I don't see Ash sticking around. Like, when this thing does crash, I don't see Ash sticking around, taking responsibility, apologizing to people. Even the apologies he's made to people for not releasing products yet and not doing the launch yet or whatever, I find them to be very, very fake and emotionless. Like, he's never actually sorry. I don't feel like he will ever take full responsibility here because I don't see that with him even now. He tries to lie and kind of talk his way out of things not getting done like they should and whatnot. So I don't see him ever sitting here apologizing and being like, yeah, I fucked this up. He can't even admit that they don't have a business plan. He assures us all that he has a business plan. We know damn well this man just makes up everything as he goes. Even you guys know that as viewers. You guys call that out. You're like, I'm pretty sure this man just makes up it as he goes along. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're coming to that conclusion that that's what's happening here because there's no plan. And if there is a plan, I have never seen a plan change so much before in my freaking life. Like, it just changes based on how he feels. So as of right now, no products released. Still supposed to be releasing them, though. They haven't come out and been like, no, that's not happening. So I guess everyone's just supposed to sit here, get rid of their extra founder positions, and then learn about the products that they've been learning about for 5 years, over and over and over again. They still do their brainstorming sessions, which again, I don't know what they're brainstorming for. I hope it's to leave the cult, but I doubt it. So I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. Ash doesn't even know because, like I said, he has no business plan. So this is where we leave Onpassive for now. And in another couple weeks, because I have to talk about some other cults and whatnot over the next couple weeks. In another couple weeks, at the end of the month, we are going to check back in again. I am going to be here hoping that everything happens as it's supposed to, or that everyone wakes up. And again, I am probably going to be disappointed at the end of the month. But that is the fun in being a creator who talks about cults and scams, is that I just constantly get to be disappointed like this. It's wonderful. So please, again, give this stream a like. I don't even think I said this the first time because I suck. I'm the world's worst YouTuber. I never bring up that you can donate to me. I forget to tell you to like and subscribe, which is why I always have to put it in my freaking intros and outros because I don't say it throughout the stream or video. I always forget. I just talk about what I want to talk about. And then we're at the end like now. Like, sub if you haven't yet. Join the members all that money is the money that I put back into my channel. And I need a camera, so I have to get a grift on. I'm apparently the only one that doesn't have a grift on. So I need a grift. So please help me out. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, have a fabulous day. Go and watch the anti-MLM creators. Please go and support all of them. This platform is big enough for all of us. We have every single personality out here that you can think of covering scams and MLMs and cults. Support as many as you can so that we can put an end to these things the best we can. All right, we probably will not all be able to shut down every single MLM and cult in the world, but we can all do what we can. And then do something that you love to make yourselves happy, because this shit can be stressful. It's stressful watching people get scammed over and over and over again. Trust me, I know. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here and for being on the stream. And I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah! Bye.